All right, so here we are, last box on the first page of 2.1 and 2.2 notes, and it says find the values for the function p of x equals 8x minus 4x squared. And so it does not say to do this, but if I was coming across this problem, I would probably take a second and just reorder it with my leading coefficient of -4, and then so -4x squared plus 8x, just to be in a good habit of seeing what my leading term is going to be, so that 4x. And it's really not necessary for this problem, but just a good habit to get into. And it says find the values for the function. And so we're given these different inputs that we're going to put in. So -2 at 2 root 3 and 1 minus the square root of 2. And what we're going to be doing is essentially kind of a pre-algebra skill. We're just going to plug values in and find out what we get. Just obviously a bit more advanced than whenever it was you went through a pre-algebra class, if you went through a pre-algebra class. But here we go. Let's do this. So p of -2 is going to be equal to -4 times -2 squared. So I'm just taking that term and I'm rewriting all this, but plugging in for our x values. And if you had just written this, you'll get the exact same result. But -4 times -2 squared, and then plus 8 times something, whatever our x is, which is -2. All right, our next line, make sure you're going through your order of operations here. So we've got p of -2 is equal to -4 times, well, -2 squared is +4, and plus 8 times -2. Now we're done with our exponents. Move on to multiplication and division, because there's, yep. And so it gives us -16 minus 16, and we end up at p of, oops, not f of, p of -2 is equal to -32. All right, again, all we did was plug in the value and evaluate. So next one, we've got p of 2 root 3. So p of 2 root 3 is going to be, so -4 times something squared. I'll give us a little bit more room here. Something squared plus 8 times that same something. And the something for us is going to be 2 root 3. 2 root 3. And just plugging in those values in for x. All right, that gives us -4 times, and 2 root 3 squared, well, 2 squared is 4, and 4 times 3, the square root of 3 squared, that's going to be 3, so really this is 4 times 3, and that's 12. So 12 plus 8 times, oops, 8 times 2 root 3. Okay, done with our exponents. Move on to multiplication, and we've got -48 plus 16 root 3. And that's going to be our answer. That doesn't simplify out at all. So p of 2 root 3 is equal to -48 plus 16 root 3. All right, and last one here. So p of 1 minus root 2 is equal to -4 times something, I'll give us a little more room, times something squared plus 8 times that same something. That's just kind of generically how you would figure out the value of your function. And now we're plugging in the value given to us. So 1 minus the square root of 2 and 1 minus the square root of 2. Go on through, and so we have parentheses, but there's nothing we can do inside of them. So we move on to exponents again, just following our order of operations. So -4 times, and I'll come over here to the side and do what is 1 minus the square root of 2 squared. First off, we want to realize that the exponent doesn't distribute that. That's not the way that'll work, but it's the same thing as 1 minus the square root of 2 times 1 minus the square root of 2. from here, multiply out. And so we have 1 times 1 is 1 squared is 1, minus 1 times the square root of 2, so minus the square root of 2. And negative square root of 2 times 1, that's minus the square root of 2 again. And then negative square root of 2 times negative square root of 2, that's going to be positive 2. All right, combine all of our like terms, and we have 1 plus 2, that's plus 3. And negative root 2 minus root 2 is minus 2 root 2. Or, yeah, minus 2 root 2. And lastly, finish up, combine all of our like terms, and p of 1 minus root 2 is equal to, well, negative 4 plus 3, that's negative 1 minus 2 root 2. All right, hope that helped.